Here we are at the Innovation Park next to a Hikotron charger, but next to the new Hikotron charger. Check that out. So we got this on site today and it's currently testing. We have an impressive programmer in a back seat with a laptop and we have this big machine. So yeah, it can do, I think I might have already explained, but essentially inside of here we have batteries from 1.5 Tesla Model S's, so somewhere in between 100 and 130 kilowatt hours depending on how healthy they were. And then also in here we have several DC to DC charging units. That means we can split power as we like between these two cars. So if we have one car that doesn't need much power, like it's a Nissan Leaf for example, or a car that's nearly full and it could only take 10 kilowatts, then we only give it 10, which leaves the rest of the 100 kilowatts this machine can do available for the other car. So we're still working on the user interface, but you can see here we've got some information showing how charged the battery on board is and information about the two different cars. Saying how charged the battery on board is gets us to what makes this really cool, which is obviously we're a prototype here. This is not proper install, but we have, considering it's a 100 kilowatt charger, far too small a cable. And the idea is that when there is nobody charging a car, we are charging from the grid and we can connect to as small a connection as you like. We can, at maximum, for example here, we can do 30 kilowatts from the grid into the charger. So when a car is charging at 100 kilowatts, we are only really taking 70 out of the battery and we're taking 30 from the cable. Now, there's many reasons why that is cool, not least of which, if you're trying to install a powerful charger, you can get a small connection easily. You can even plug it into what you already have on your site. However, if you're trying to install a 100 kilowatt charger with no battery, you have to go into a whole process with your lines company, and you might end up paying thousands for a new transformer and all kinds of groundworks, and then you'll have a high monthly fee as well. So this charger does many things very well. It enables rapid deployment of fast chargers with very low infrastructure cost. It's a great way for you to test, if you are a charging company, whether a location is going to be viable for you before you spend your fortune on getting a proper big connection. So yeah, if you want to know more about it, it's pretty obvious from what we've got written on the side who you need to speak to. And this is only the prototype. This is the first one. It's bigger and uglier than what we would expect to do, but I think it's not at all bad. In fact, I think it's pretty bloody good as a first effort. Alrighty, thank you and good night.